How would my employer and I actually go about changing an employment-related settlement agreement that's already been signed? I'm Richard Hiron, also known as the Hironator, and I'm an employment law solicitor. There are different ways of achieving this, but it comes down to how the original settlement agreement was signed. If it was signed as what we call a simple contract, and what I mean by that is that you and your employer did not have to have your signatures witnessed when you first signed the settlement agreement, then the possibility is that you could simply amend the existing settlement agreement and sign it as a new contract all over again. The complication arises when you and your employer have had to have your signatures witnessed by an independent witness, because what that is not a simple contract. It is what we call a deed. It is essentially a contract where two witnesses have come in and they have seen that you and your employer are absolutely fine to be signing what is a higher level of contract, something that is even more binding than usual. If that has happened, then the way to change the settlement agreement is to sign what is called a deed of variation. A deed of variation essentially explains what in the settlement agreement is being changed, that you and your employer both agree with it, and that the deed is being signed as a contract to change a contract. So it is much more involved. But in essence, that is how you change an existing signed settlement agreement. I hope that's answered the question, but in the meantime, if you're finding a settlement agreement hard, bring it to Richard.